The Great Leap Forward. It was Mao's attempt to equalize industry and agriculture collectivization, egalitarian communist communes. In 1958, he had 27,000 communes throughout the country. Celebrate communism and independence from the Russians. This extract means something very good for Mao, as he was able to tackle the problem of Khrushchev's de-Stalinization, as he was afraid of people to revolt by his ideology of having a communist but in a more humanitarian way. By this, he became isolated. That's why I put this picture of a Chinese person inside a bottle. This is why he mainly did not want anything to do with them. This was extremely good for Mao, as not other ideologies would get into the hearts and minds of his people. However, the ones suffering are the Chinese people, as now Mao is getting all of the power. At this point, he was being autonomous and independent. He doesn't want to do anything with the Russians, and he's showing how China can shine by its own means. A bit of feedback. He sacrificed quality over quantity by all of the things he did. Furnaces, communes, improving the agriculture. All these things would be good for China and Mao, but things started to go wrong. Communes have a poor structure, making them less productive, and the technology introduced is not enough. Backyard furnaces produce worthless steel. They were a type of process where steel would be taken out by heating metals up, but it was ineffective as the steel produced was worthless. Here we have a picture of how they looked like. Thousands were built throughout the communes, making China look as the efficient country. But this thing started to make Mao lose support by all the people supporting him. As a result, even cannibalism took place. This was because of all the things that went wrong. At this stage, Mao shows maturity and steps down from his place, leaving a big mess. This damaged Mao's reputation. Although he saw things getting out of hand, he started the Cultural Revolution, as his main reasons were not to lose power and for people to believe in him. However, the help was for Mao as a president, not China. He did this so good and well planned that people, despite his mistakes, started to follow him. He circumvents around the problem, so he appeals to the masses. This was good for China, as now again the people have a say on what's happening. He tries to patch the mistakes of the Great Leap Forward with the Cultural Revolution ideals, which helps him to continue his communist beliefs, tackle the problem of the loss of power and credibility, and leave a legacy that people should follow. This is a cartoon made in 1968, which is propaganda. The source content appears to be quite realistic, as Mao was seen as their god. This cartoon is named the Red Sun, Mao Zedong. The name means that as it's red, it's communist, and the sun, it's everything that shines for them, the only light, the only hope they have. Although, as this is a propaganda poster, it's not that reliable, because it's meant to persuade people and change their ideologies, or persuade them to get Mao to This makes people follow Mao by their ideologies. The source content matches and corresponds evidence and everything that's been happening. Like you, like the little red book that he makes. And this is another source that I got from 67, that shows how he makes all of these people that are holding up the little red book make him look as a god. This is likely that they are reliable, as this picture was taken at the time. Although they were close to what happened, they might have been involved or caught up in the events, as they're reading really good, they're really eager to read the book, as everybody is reading it because they are following Mao, but they don't know the consequences that are about to come from the Cultural Revolution. So in conclusion, he dealt with his problems quite good. He knew the right time to get all the people to be manipulated a certain way, and despite the mistake of the Great Leap Forward, he gets more and more people to support him. So yes, despite his mistakes, he does tackle his problems very wisely and in a good manner. Everything he did benefit him in a certain way, although he did have ups and downs. At the end, he defends himself and proves to be mature enough to step down when it is needed and to come up as a big hero when people need him.